Alright, today I'm going to be comparing MLB The Show batting stances to the real life counterparts. I picked teams at random. I just went on MLB The Show 23. Picked teams at random. And all of my evidence, I got 12 evidence here, including some photos. All the pitchers are the same as in the game, like for this first one here. This is Paul Goldschmidt. In the game, I had him against Jesus Luzardo, and in the real life, I have him against Jesus Luzardo. But I'm actually going to start off with my most damning evidence, and that would be evidence 4, Ozzy Albies. As you can see here, this is MLB The Show 23, and this is Ozzy Albies in real life. I mean, this isn't even close. This is not even close. The leg placement is wrong. I mean, look how stretched out Albies is in real life. Look at where his hands are. He's got the bat on his shoulder. I mean, this is criminal. This is atrocious. He's more leaned over on the plate here. There's pretty much all these that I have here. There's always 3 things wrong with them. It's where the hands are, where the legs are, and whether or not they're leaned over the plate or not. Because Albies here, he's leaning towards the plate here, and he's more standing straight up because he's not like slanted. Here he's more slanted. And I'll go into the video now to show like the leg kick and stuff. And as you can see here, in the game, they got Albies having a very high leg kick. And, we'll compare that to the real life. Now, Albies does get to this point here, but in the game, he's there the entire time, which is just not how it is. As you can see, I mean, it's definitely not as high as the one in here in the game. I mean, look how scrunched up he gets. Look at where his elbow to his knee is. I guess he gets pretty scrunched up. Strike that from the record. This was more about where his hands are, and I mean, it's not even close. Like, what the fuck is that? And yeah, that's Mitch Keller and Mitch Keller, so yeah. Oh, hello, doggy. My dog came in here. Okay. Second most damning evidence is Nolan Arenado, and he is evidence 2. Not so much of this, although this is pretty bad because, I mean, look at it. The hands are way too high. He's like scrunched over here. He's more straight up here. He's way more open stanced in the game. The real thing with Arenado is like the way he moves in the box. As you can see here, he's just got like a little rhythm tap there with his foot. Pretty standard shit. But in real life, watch this. Look how much he's moving in the box. Look how much his feet is moving. Look how much he's moving his hands. He's switching his, where his arms are all the time. And then you compare that to the game, and he's kind of he's static. He's just static. And another problem, I'll get to it in a different one, but this one is bad too, because, I mean, in previous MLB The Shows, I think they had this pretty good. Arenado kind of fidgeting in the box. But for some reason, in this year's game, it's this. Like, if you go back to, like, maybe MLB 21 or even 22, I don't know, I barely played those games. Arenado is more fidgety like he is here. Did I have anything else on? Oh yeah. Was it? Just comparing my notes to what I see. Nah, it's good. Mainly just his fidgeting. Third most. What was my third most? Acuna. One of the poster childs of baseball. Acuna. This one's pretty bad too. You see in the game how like scrunched up he is with his shoulders and his arms are holding the bat up high. And then in real life he's relaxed. Like it's just the complete opposite. How do you do that? Like why is he so scrunched up in the game and standing tall? In real life he holds the heel up more. He's kneeled down and he's not scrunched, he's relaxed. And he's holding the bat down lower. Like how do you get that? All you have to do is do what I did. You fucking go to Baseball Savant or MLB.com and look at how he fucking stands in the box. It's not that hard. Look at this. I mean, that's bad. And then this one, I had it in my notes that when he does his kick, see how he points he's like pointing his toes at the pitcher. Look at that. What the fuck is that? Because in here, it's just a straight leg kick. It's just up and down. Up and down. But in the game, he fucking points his toes at the pitcher? Like, what the fuck is that? Who was doing motion cap for Acuna and was pointing his toes at the pitcher for the leg kick? That's horrible. And then also, like, does he bring his... No, he brings his arms up. Did you see that? He brought his arms up. Like, getting ready to load. Here, he brings them down and behind his head. Acuna is holding this position. He brings it up and he's holding that. Like, oh my God. I've been thinking for a while that MLB The Show at San Diego Studios has people that don't watch baseball or follow baseball working on the game. And why would you want that? Why would you want people that don't watch the game and are like doing this shit? It's just going to look terrible. And Olsen, honestly, I think Matt Olsen here should be higher on my most damning. Now this doesn't look too bad. His arm, he's holding the bat straight up here in the show, but in real life, you know, that's a little bit of nitpick, but I mean, looks pretty good. But if you look at the video, Your Honor, may I show the video? So here, first thing I want you to notice is look at his feet, look at his leg kick. He does like a swipe, brings it back and then swipes it forward. And then also look at his arms. Look how he loads up. Look at his load up on his arms. Notice how he doesn't really do anything with his arms. He kind of, and then he's ready to hit like that. This one, and then look at real life. It's Mitch Keller. Mitch Keller's right there. Mitch Keller's right here. As you can already tell, Matt Olsen does a toe tap. A little bit of a toe tap. Brings his heel up, does a toe tap. And you see, watch his arms when he loads up. Look how far Olsen brings his arms back. Look at that. Look how far he brings his arms back. And then, look at that. That's as far as he brings his arms back in the game. Olsen, look how much he loads to fucking hit a baseball. And also the toe tap. They just got it completely wrong. And I mean, One thing that MLB The Show is lacking, that I'll bring it up again, that Pro Yaku Spirits does a lot better, is the game feels like it has weight. Like Olsen here, loading up to hit the fucking baseball, fucking 600 feet out of the fucking state of Georgia. And then in the game, he's just like barely loading up to hit the ball. Like there's a lack. First of all, there's a lack of sense of speed in the game, and then there's a lack of sense of weight. And also, they just got the stances wrong. Like, who's ever doing this? Like, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Let's go to Goldie. I already showed you his picture. This one I don't have it. I had to go into the replay because I wasn't recording, but it's pretty much where Goldie holds his bat and how hunched over and how tucked his head is. Look how straight up Goldschmidt is here. His head isn't tucked into his shoulder, and his bat like should be more farther down, like holding it on his back. Because you look here. Look how far Goldschmidt holds his bat like that. Look how tucked in he is. And look how hunched he gets when he's ready to hit this ball. And the toe tap, by the way. Hand placement, leg kicks, fucking hunched overness, whatever the fuck. That's always three things that are wrong with these guys in the game. Look how hunched over he gets when he's ready to hit a ball. And look how far back his arms are. Look how far back he brings his arms. And then in the game, I mean, he gets to right there. I mean, is this game held back by the engine that it's been built on? Because if that's so, why don't you fucking take a year off or whatever the fuck you need to do to update this game on a new engine? Because it looks like shit. This game doesn't look good. It looks like a PS3 game. Looks like shit. I'm playing this on the Xbox Series SX, whatever the fuck. I don't even know which one I have. It's either one of those. But I mean, look how hunched over he gets. The little toe tap. Not this huge. Not this leg kick. I mean, let's go down to, did all those guys? Julio Rodriguez. This one isn't so bad. You know, his arms are more extended out. That's just nitpicking. I mean, that looks pretty good. But it's this. I mean, you look at that. It's kind of just, he doesn't do anything with his upper body. Or his like, he doesn't do anything with his body. He just kicks his leg up, ready to hit the ball. But in real life, this is against Burns. Burns is right here. Same pitcher. See how he squats down? Then leg kick, and look how high his elbow gets to ready to hit the ball when he's loading up. And in the game, his elbow is right there. And he doesn't do anything to like get ready. It's kind of just instant leg kick, boom, elbows are down. But in real life, and this is one of the good young players in baseball, and they can't get his stance right. I mean, look at the difference of that. Look where his elbow is, his hands. I mean, that's bad. That's not even close. Because you can see he swats down, gets ready, he's timing up the pitcher. But in MLB The Show has this problem where batters don't time up the pitchers. They only time up when, like, right there is when he's ready to throw. They're not actually timing up the pitcher. The fucking ones and zeros goes ready to throw, leg kick. But in real life, you're like, okay. That was called a strike, by the way. That is not a strike. J.P. Crawford. Again, I picked teams at random and went down the batting order. Where is here's J.P. This one, too, his hands. his arms are too extended out. He's not bent enough at the knees. His foot isn't more over in the box. He's more crouched down. Like, how do you look at video like this? And okay, you see that? His leg kick, where his arms are. And this is something that the game... And look how high his elbows are to get ready to hit the fucking ball. This is basically Julio Rodriguez left-handed right here. That's Julio Rodriguez left-handed. And then look how he keeps his elbows are down, his arms are down, the leg kick isn't right. Look at that. Look at that leg kick he has compared to the one in the game. What the fuck is that? Are these guys wearing splints on their fucking legs so they can't fucking move properly? Like, are they wearing like 50 pairs of pants so they can't scrunch their knee up like that? And just look at, he kind of, he's getting ready to hit the ball here. And in here, the bat stays straight the entire time. As you can see here, he kind of leans his hands in there. The bat's at an angle. I mean, this is just terrible. That's bad. And then Suarez, Eugenio Suarez. Here he is. So now that fucking, I'd say that's almost perfect besides his equipment. He's got this on here. That's not on there. That's something that this game gets wrong a lot, is the player's equipment. All you have to do is watch 20 seconds of fucking Suarez batting, look at some pictures of him from the year, and you look at his equipment that he's using. The thing here is that, like, he holds his elbows up a little higher. Nitpicking, but that looks pretty good. The thing with Suarez is the kind of same thing with Arenado. Suarez fidgets with his legs like that, and then he gets hunched over a little bit. He leans over when he's loading up. And the leg kick is completely wrong in MLB The Show. Look, his fucking elbow and his thigh are touching. His elbow and his thigh are touching. And here he is in real life. Here's his leg kick. Not even fucking close. I could throw a hot dog through that, and that wouldn't even come close to hitting him. But the real thing with this is his leg kick. But otherwise, it's pretty good. He keeps his bat on his shoulders. But it's where his arms are and his leg kick. Like, look at that. That's how high his leg kick got. Not even fucking close, man. And his fidgeting. He's moving around. He's moving his feet and he's hunched over. Here, he stays straight, perfectly straight the entire time, ready to hit the ball. His fucking elbow touches his thigh when he's ready to hit the ball. How's that not a distraction? I don't know. That's terrible. I'm going to start rating these. They're all 1 out of 10. Evidence 9 is Adley Rutschman. Evidence 9. Now this, Rutschman, obviously a switch hitter. In the game, they only use his right-handed batting stance. In the game. In real life, Adley, when he's batting left, has a more open stance with his leg. He's more open. And I think that was it. He stands more open. He has an open stance when he's a lefty. But in the game, they only use his closed right-handed stance. And again, he's more bent over. He's bent over, bent at the thing. He's a little bit more hunched over. Man. And again, another young guy, and MLB, very popular, and they can't... Like, I'm not out here picking random guys that just got called up from AAA yesterday, and they can't get their stance right. That I can understand if some lesser-known guy from the minors is called up and you can't get his stance perfectly. I can get that. But this is Adley Rutschman. The leg kick, again. The leg kick. the leg kick. This is another thing I wrote down. It was like there's no gradual timing when they're timing up the pitcher. It's just like, oh, he's ready to go. Here you can, in real life, you can see Adley. He, you know, he's like bringing his heel up, ready to hit. But in the game, it's just like ready to hit. And that's why Adley has a bad stance in MLB The Show because of that. Because there are some players in MLB The Show where it's hard because in real life, they're fidgeting in the box and they're timing up the pitcher with movements. But in the game, it's just like ready to throw, leg kick. But in the game and in real life, you got to actually time them up instead of just doing a leg kick instantaneously. Anthony Santander. Santander, his hands again are wrong. He keeps his bat lower down. I mean, and he doesn't even look like Santander. Like, what the fuck is that? And I'll get to Mullins. Cedric Mullins is next. And I have something to say about like the player models. But it's pretty good besides his hands. That's a nitpick. I mean, that looks, a minor thing right there. Otherwise, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. See now, but he's like more hunched over. See now, I can't tell if he's like, if it's the shitty player models, because he just looks like a cylinder. Like he just looks like a cylinder. Because, oh my God, this game looks like shit. This game looks like shit. But in real life, Santander pretty much has the same stance from both sides. When he's batting lefty, his foot is just a little bit more over. It's pretty much the same thing. So that, I'm okay with that. It's pretty much the same stance. I got a hit right there, dude. Batting in this camera, too. But here again, the leg kick is wrong. Here it's just a straight up little dash, a little bit of a, putting his foot forward leg kick. And Santander has the same problem in the game where it's just like instant go. In real life, look at him. Toe tap, then leg kick. Toe tap, then leg kick. And look how scrunched up he gets there with his leg kick. And in the game, that's about as much scrunched up as he gets. Right there. Because they can't get the fucking leg kick right. And it looks like shit. It looks like shit. Mullins is next. Oh, and Riley. I forgot about Riley. There's no reason why he's last. I forgot to just put him with the rest of the Braves. But I mean, this one I would say is the best. The only thing is his hands. They're a little bit lower, whatever. But look how, I'm going to say slight. Look how slim and slight Mullins is compared to the game. Mullins looks like a fucking beast in the game. Look how big his fucking arms are. Look how huge his biceps are. Like, Mullins has a lot of power, but Mullins doesn't have these fucking Barry Bonds biceps. And look how slight he is. He's a skinny fellow. He's got a lot of power, but he's a skinny fellow. And in the game, he looks like 40 pounds heavier. Just looks bad. The player models in this game are shit. They look terrible. And this is another one where I wasn't recording when I was in the other view. But here, you can see how... What did I write down here? Oh yeah, the arms. When players are like this, when they're loading up and ready to hit, the arms are pretty much always down. And that's just not the case. We saw with Julio, he has his elbow up high. J.P. Crawford has his elbow up high. Was it Acuna that had it? I don't know. But not every player has their hands here when they're ready to hit like that. And in the game, it's always like that. As you can see, Mullins keeps his elbows up. He keeps his elbow up. And look how... That's about as high as his leg kick gets. And then look at that. What the fuck is that? Mullins doesn't get near that. I could throw a fucking bratwurst through this area right here, and it wouldn't fucking hit him. In the game, the bratwurst would hit his fucking elbow pad and then bounce off his knee. That's terrible. Like, do these people that do this shit even watch the fucking game? Like the game of baseball? Because I'm starting to think they don't. I've been thinking that for a while. Mainly because in one of the games, and this is a real just minor one, but the Seattle Pilots, the Milwaukee Brewers are the Seattle Pilots. But for some reason, I can't remember what game it was, what year it was of the game, but the Seattle Mariners had the Pilots uniform, and the Brewers just didn't have them. Because I'm pretty sure the fuckwit that doesn't watch baseball or know about baseball was just like, oh, Seattle, so there's a team in Seattle, so they must have been the Pilots at some point. Nope. You're wrong. Austin Riley. Hey, look at that. Not too bad. He's a little bit more open stance in real life, and in this one, he's standing straight up here. He's a little bit more... He's at an angle there. Fucking... This game looks like shit. Shit character models. Shit everything. Oh my god. And this one, notice how he's keeping his bat still, too. And this was the one where I saw, look how much, it's like Matt Olson, look how much force Riley wants to put into swinging the bat. I mean, look how hard he wants to swing the bat. You can see that. He wants to fucking swing. And in the game, there's like no sense of that. Like, it looks like shit because, oh my god, it looks like shit. Look how far back his elbow gets here. I mean, look at that. It's sticking as far much out as his ass. Ready to hit that fucking ball to the fucking moon. And then here, like, there's no sense of, like, there's no sense of it. And do you see this entire time? Like, there's no motion blur in this game. MLB The Show could benefit from having a little bit of motion blur. Because when you watch the ball, like, it stays this bright little object. And there's, like, no motion blur because there's no sense of speed or force or weight in this game. It's shit. It looks like shit. The people that do the mocap are shit. Because they can't fucking get a batting stance down right. Because they don't watch the fucking game. Holy fuck, I'm pissed. Goodbye.